I don't know if your best you means wearing these great glasses in 2020. I
Can't
am
hurt.
in. I am in. I love
That's
it.
right. Sheree Clark joining us here this morning, of course, always helping us be our best. And we are always very excited to learn you when you do these interview series, because you handpick some experts and guests that we have a lot to learn from. So I'm excited to kind of hear what you have in store for us in this next one.
I do, you guys, and if I've got a video I'd love to show you to kind of cue up what it is that we're going to be talking about, if we can do that.
Yes,
okay,
let's do it.
Let's have a look at the brand new speaker interview series. Here we go.
Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder who the heck that is looking back at you? I know I do. And while I agree that with age comes wisdom, age also brings a need to accept change. Like changes in weight and where it settles, changes in skin, hair, sleep habits, energy, and of course changes in muscle tone. Really? Wrinkles on my knees? Oh, and let's not forget memory. Which reminds me, I'm Sheree Clark, host of the Magnificent Midlife Woman. It's a series of short, solution-based interviews with experts who speak from experience, and believe me, I'm known for asking some really insightful questions. You'll be a VIP guest at my party when you check the button that says, I'd love to. And after that, I'll send you an email with all the details.
Okay, so give us more details, ma'am. You always find incredible people to talk to that are expertise in what they do. So what is the overall theme? Do we have the new year in mind if we're talking about getting the wrinkles off our knees or things like that? What are we looking forward to? What are you wanting to inspire with us with this new interview series?
Well, my theme is the Magnificent Midlife Woman.
Yes.
So it's directed at women who are 40 plus, and there's no end to that plus. The plus goes on. So
and on.
We don't say, oh, it's a 40 to 53, nothing like that. No. So it's for, and it deals with every issue of aging. As we become middle-aged, we have certain things that are at the forefront of mind that maybe weren't on the docket when you're 23. When you're 23, you don't think about wrinkles on your knees.
No.
It just isn't going to happen. It may happen to you or your mom, but it doesn't happen to, whatever. So
it's not a concern.
It's not a concern, not front of mind. So what I did was I picked a few experts, and many of them are authors. Now, not all of them have books, but I thought, well, it would be fun to introduce you to just a few of these experts, and the ones that have written books are the ones that I really just wanted to focus on today. So starting down by you, Jackie.
Yes. I love it because it also gives you a resource.
Yes.
So you can hear them speak, but then sometimes you want more, and you can through their books that they write. All right.
Well, and what I did was before I interviewed them, I read their books. So, it was kind of one of these, I had to fast track on a really good way to get smarter and better. So I started with Matt Gerber, and Matt talks about happiness. And when we talk about happiness, we think about what makes you happy. His book, Turning Inspiration into Action, has a lot to do with the things that make us not be happy. And that includes things like procrastination. We're not happy because we have these goals and plans in our minds and things that we want to do and achieve, but we fall short. And so he talks about how that gets in your way and what to do about it, and how it's not always necessarily bad when you procrastinate. Maybe there's a message in there for you. And it's not just procrastination, it's all the other factors that come into your life. Regrets, having to do with the things, the goals that you set up and that you may have wanted to achieve and got usurped, and then why you can go back and revisit those again. Another one of my experts is Tuttle, and Carol wrote about chakras. Now, some of us have heard about chakras and have been interested in that for a long time. And chakras are energy systems within the body.
Right.
Some people view that as a little bit of a woo-woo kind of a thing. Carol takes a modern approach to looking at the chakras and talks about practicality, how we can do, what we can do so that is, it's something that you can really focus on, what you can do to address it. So she talks about essential oils. She talks about how to identify when something's not right in your chakra system. Next up, we've got Abby Rodman, and Abby is a therapist, and Abby talks specifically about the next one. No, this one. Sorry about that. I think that's Christine. Sorry, I got my authors out of order. Christine Leon talks about the roots of forgiveness. She talks about betrayal and how important it is to think about forgiving people when they betray you. Now, there's all different kinds of betrayal. The first one that comes to mind typically would be marital infidelity. And so that would be one of the things that's at the top of mind. You've also got betrayal by friends, people who let you down in, for whatever area. So let's talk about that and what we can do to address it. So Christine is really an expert in that area. Next to her, we've got Abby Rodman. And Abby talks about marriage and when you want to end your marriage in midlife. So marital divorce is an epidemic at this point in life. And so we talk about that with Abby and what you might do as your options. Next up is Keira Barr. Keira is an expert in skin and skin care. She talks not just about lotions, potions, oils, things that you can put on your skin, but what it is that you need to know about your skin from the inside out. Things like what you eat, how much sleep you get, environmental toxins, whatever is in the area has an impact on your skin. It will come out on your face. You'll see it on your face, and you'll be really amazed at how simple little things can make a huge difference in the way that you look and feel. The other thing that she talks about is how we feel is really how you face the world. When your skin is erupted, if you've got skin issues and whatnot, we all feel a little bit of self-consciousness, and that affects your life and your happiness. Then we've got Junie Moon. Junie makes me laugh. Junie talks about shame, and so that you might think, well, why would that make you laugh? Junie decides that one of the ways that she was going to deal with her shame was she had this huge experiment that she did. This cracked me up. When I learned about this, I said, I've got to talk to this woman and find out what her gig is. What Junie did was allowed herself to have body painting done. So you strip naked, you get body painted, and did a film about it. So, so her whole thing was showing this video and showing how the shame that we have around whether it's our bodies, our success or lack thereof, whatever the different areas of our life that we might potentially have shame in, how those are holding us back and what we can do about it. Mm-hmm. Interesting lady. And then finally, Bobby Stevens. And Bobby Stevens is a PhD, and she talks about collective consciousness. Now, we've all noticed that there's a lot of weird things going on in the world. And some of the weird things are, well, our political system right now. It might be things like the environment. It might be things like mass incidents that happen, and we wonder, why are these happening? What can we do about them? She talks about the collective consciousness and what we can each do to contribute to a shift in that happening, so those kinds of things don't happen in the world.
Okay,
wow.
So a little bit of a look at everything.
Expertise and information. So talk about how this series works for people that want to listen and hear from these guests.
It's completely free. All you have to do is go to magnificentmidlifewoman.com, register for that, and I will send you an email every day from January 15th through the end of the month. And you can listen to the interviews, you can learn more about the experts, you can click to a link to get free gifts from them. You can order their books if you choose to, you don't have to. It's all free, and I do this every year at this time of year. I do another one in May, and this one I am over the moon about. It is probably the best.
Really?
Yeah, so far I'm very
happy. And that's saying a lot, because the last few have been,
you've introduced us to some incredible individuals through these interviews, so the fact that you say this could possibly be one of the best, either maybe that's where your growth is coming with this speaker series, or the new ways of looking at, as we get older, what's in store for us.
I think it's a little of everything, and I think that the people that, you know, when we talk about collective consciousness, things that come your way when you're open and willing, you know, it's really all about that.
And there's a lot of information here too that goes beyond just midlife women, something that could pertain to a lot of people. So
yes,
expanding on that.
And we all have chakras. We all have we all procrastinate, that type of thing. So yeah.
Okay, we're all human, but we can all learn a little something in 2020 as well. Magnificentmidlifewoman.com is where you need to go to be a part of this specific series, and you can see more about what it's all about and read more about who these incredible interviewees are. Of course, you can always learn more from Sheree. Send her an email, find out more on fork-road.com as well. Thank you so much. Getting our 2020 started in a wonderful
taking care of those wrinkles on the knees.
Yes, we're on it.
Fun. I like that. A nice combination of everything. All right, you're watching